And we're on a new hike today in a new place neither one of us had camped before. It's the Fred Cusimano Trail. It's up in western New York. We've had rain for the last 3 days, just soaking rains. And this morning we had some snow, but it didn't stick, and so now we're just getting ready to go. It's about, what time is it about? 1:36, and so we're hopefully getting to camp by about 2:36. We're not going very far. We're going probably about a mile or so, and we're going to try to set up and find some dry wood. That may be the hardest trick tonight, but there's a little shelter house too, so if it starts raining and stuff, we can at least duck in there. And we got a latrine that we're going to be able to use, and there's actually some water, so we don't even, you know what, I didn't bring my water. I bet you I left them sitting right on the counter. Shoot. Oh well. Well, we'll figure out something. Anyways, we're off in a little bit. All right. See you on the trail. All right, so here's a look at the trail. And you can see we've gotten fall colors, mostly just yellows and the pine with the green, but it's beautiful. We haven't seen color in this in Ohio, like this in Ohio at all. And we're going to be going by blue blazes, just like the Ohio Buckeye Trail. This Fred Cusimano Trail has blue blazes. And, so Lindsay and I have hiked this section before. We've hiked a lot farther than what we're going today. So I know we're going to a campsite. I know it's going to be a pond there, so we got plenty of water. So even though I forgot mine, I've got something to carry it in, so I'm okay. And so we should be good. So we're gonna head out on the trail, and we'll talk to you a little bit later. So this is a little section of the Cusimano Trail. As you can see, it's nice and wide. This is also a bike trail. They don't let any horses on this trail, or ATVs, but they do allow bikes. And I've talked to a couple bikers up here who say it's a really, really nice trail for biking. One of the better ones in western New York. And you can see we've got still got a lot of leaves. Fall was late this year. Normally by this time here in western New York, most of the leaves are down. But you can see there's still quite a few up. I'm guessing after today there'll be less, because we're supposed to get 25 mile-an-hour winds this afternoon. But then it's supposed to be sunny again tomorrow, or at least partly sunny. So I enjoy this trail. It really doesn't have a lot of altitude or height. It has some rolling hills, but they do a pretty nice job of not making it straight up and straight down. They walk the ridges, or they'll walk the valleys, and then they'll switch back up hills. And it's not too hilly here either. But these are the rolling hills that, you know, lead to the Appalachian Mountains. So it's not like we don't have any kind of elevation here. But it's nice for older guys like me and Dave, because it's not too strenuous, so we can actually enjoy the hike instead of killing ourselves. You can see up ahead, and my partner in crime is right behind me. That's right. But the rest of it felt pretty sturdy.
Yeah, I think your idea is walking right down the
center. Yeah. So what do you think so far? You're on, by the way.
Thank you. I love it. I'm glad we came. The leaves are great. Rain has stopped. Weather feels good.
Yeah, we're in the woods here, so we're not getting hit by too much of that wood, but there's enough breeze to kind of help evaporate the sweat. That's kind of nice. As you can see, we got some color in the leaves, and then a lot of background pine and hemlock. And then, so it's really beautiful here. The path's a little waterlogged, so we've been doing a little slipping and sliding, but not too bad. So we got a nice little creek running here. When you're running this this particular trail, there's lots of water sources along here. You'd never run out. Most of this runs all year long. This was a little bit down this summer when we were out here, but yeah, just pretty little gurgle sound. Be nice to set a camp right by that. So we are at our campsite, and what a beautiful campsite it is. We're overlooking a pond here, and we're sitting in a shelter. It's been raining most of the time since we got here. It was beautiful on the way in, and then it started raining, and it's been raining pretty good. And so Dave and I are contemplating just staying here in this shelter. I may not put up my hammock. I've got my underquilt, and I brought my Perea pad just in case. It was really raining a lot, so I'm thinking we might just stay here in this thing, and that might be fun. So as you can see, we got some water boiling, so I'm gonna make some tea here for myself. Talk at you later. Well, Dave and I have kind of decided tonight, instead of camping out under the stars, we're going to stay in here in our shelter. You can see our packs, or our sleeping bags. We've put out our pads and our sleeping bags. He's got a big Agnes here, and I've got my Pariah over quilt, and then I'm using the Hammock Gear under quilt, the Zero Econ, and I'm just going to do that underneath me, and I'm pretty sure I'll be plenty warm enough tonight. And we're just sitting here kind of enjoying the afternoon. It's just kind of been sprinkly and rainy just about all afternoon, and I finally decided I'm not sure I really want to put up my hammock, and then just have to take out a wet hammock tomorrow morning. I can sleep here. I got my Perea pad, so hopefully that'll make me nice and comfortable. He's got a, what do you have? What kind of pad do you guys? You have?
It's a REI Flash.
Oh, REI Flash. Yes. So,
yep.
So we should be really comfortable in here, and we're going to stay dry and not have to worry about tearing down tomorrow morning. It'll be a lot easier to just pack in here, and so we're just out to kind of survive the night, and I think we'll have a good time. So we got a fire going. Not sure how good it's going to go forever, but I think we at least got it going a little bit. It's been kind of hard to find some dry wood here, but I think we got it going good enough. We can get some stuff started, and then some of the wetter wood, it'll just drive the heat out of it, I think. So yeah, so getting around 5:30 or so. Probably be dark by 6:30. So we thought we'd at least try to get something built here. And yeah, beautiful night. Even though it's a little wet and rainy and cold, sure is nice and quiet. There's another shelter over on the other side of this campground, so even if somebody came, there'd still be plenty of room for people. So there's our fire. It's going a little better now, putting out some heat. And it's amazing how just a little fire can make you feel so much better, just having that little bit of heat. And it's really not that hard. We had some fire starter, and it took a little bit to get going. And we had a little bit of wood here that was left over from somebody else's fire, and they hadn't burned it all up, so we grabbed some of that and split it, and it made it really nice, good starting wood. It looked like it was just pine or something. So we've been pretty fortunate, but we had to cut our own, and we split some, and we made some fuzz sticks and got them going. So we actually did a little bushcrafting today. All right, well, it's about 9:30. Our fire has just about gone out there. You can kind of see it. And so Dave and I are starting to get wound down. We had some supper to eat, and then we had some warmed up some. I just actually drank some warm water just to kind of get me fire going a little bit before I get in bed. And so we're sitting out here, and we're hearing the fire department go. I think it's the Sherman Fire Department. We can hear the siren, and they have a volunteer company, so it's late at night, and some of those guys are going to have to come out and go probably to a fire or maybe a wreck or something. We don't really know. So, but it's funny, we're way out here, but we can still hear that. That's got to be about 7 or 8 miles away, and but we can hear it. So yeah, so I got my My bed's behind us. Dave has a little night light here, which is kind of nice, and so we're just about ready to. I guess I could turn this on. You can see it better. There we go. So yeah, so we're hoping to get down here pretty quick and kind of call it a night. Hopefully we can sleep good. I'm a little nervous about my pad. I got up here and my pad's not as full as it was, but I'm hoping it's just because the air was cold and it's kind of shrunk down a little bit. And because if it goes all the way down to the ground and I got a leak in it, I won't be a happy camper. So, all right. Well, gonna go to bed. See you in the morning. Well, good morning. I'm not sure how good of a morning it is. I slept terrible last night, but it is a beautiful morning here. Nice clear skies. And we're just cooking some breakfast. I'm actually having sweet and sour pork for breakfast. Sounded good this morning. And our gear worked good last night. I didn't have a bad sleep because of anything. I just had a sciatic nerve issue last night, and no matter which way I turned or tossed, it just kind of ached all night. So that wasn't much fun, but my sleeping overquilt kept me nice and warm. It got down to 34, I think, at about 5 o'clock this morning. I checked my temperature on my watch, and it was 34 degrees. So it was a little nippy of a night. But we stayed warm, real warm. Dave had his big Agnes sleeping bag, and that worked out pretty well too. And so we're none the worse for wear that way. So we're just gonna cook up some breakfast, and then we're gonna walk out. Instead of going out the same way we came in, we're gonna go another direction. And called my wife last night and told her to meet us in a different spot. So hopefully, won't be too long before we'll be in a nice warm car, and then go back home, and I might just lay down and take a nap for a little bit. Oh, if you look behind us, we have a clean shelter, and it's time to head over the hill. My partner is ready to roll.
I am.
What do you think? Was it worth it?
It was good. It's a great shelter.
Yeah, it really is. Beautiful view here too. You got this little pond out there, just sitting out there. It's nice and clear. I woke up in the middle of the night and got up just for a little bit and sat here and watched the stars. So it's really fun doing this. And tearing down is always the yucky part. I hate doing that, but that means it's almost over. But then the good side of that is that we'll probably have a nice meal too. So we're going to head on over the hill. We might get a little bit more of the trail here on our way out. So I know we got to go up a hill here for a while, but it's not a too bad one. So here we go. So the last time I was on this trail with Lindsay, we were just day hiking, and we just came up this huge hill, and there's a caution sign going the other direction, so for bikers. But I remember Lindsay said they should put this sign at the bottom of the hill too for all of us hikers that have to go up it. And Lindsay, I just want to tell you that when you have a 30 or 35 pound pack, you even wish that more. All right, we got the worst of it over now. One of the things about the Fred Cusimano Trail is it goes through a lot of different types of fauna and flora, lots of different kinds of forest. You end up having some pretty mature places, and then you have some with lots of softwoods. You got some with some kind of wetland areas, and it just has a lot of different kinds of stuff, and I really like it because of that. I know I've said this before, but I do enjoy hiking trails like this I think I enjoy them as much as like a beautiful place like down at Hocking Hills. It's different. I love the Hocking Hills. I would love to go out west and do some, but I just really like some of this stuff here. Just the plain variety that we see. Sign when we first came in said they were doing some logging here, and it looks like they've done some. Looks like a pretty selective cut, nothing clear cut or anything, so that's really good. We are at the end of our journey today. We are at site, or part O, and we started at M, went to N and camped, and then just came out to O. Coming out of O is a pretty steep hill. It's not terrible, but it's uphill a lot of the ways, but pretty view today. Check out this beautiful area right here. And they've got a nice big stump right here, log, that I'm gonna go sit on. We're in good shape. We're gonna make it home. We won't die along the road.